Hello everyone, if you found this video, chances are you have some questions on how to winterize your RV. And I'll show you how to do that in this video. And really it's pretty simple, but if you are concerned about it, maybe you're not too mechanically inclined, I recommend taking it to a professional, either an RV dealership or a person who is familiar with winterizing your camper, at least the first time, so they can show you hands-on how to do it. But if you are feel like you want to tackle it yourself, I'm going to show you how to do it. It's very simple to do. I've got a little bit of a checklist for you to go over because all RVs are pretty similar, and I'm showing you on a travel trailer today, and they all have the same type of systems. You just have to find out where that system is in your RV, and I'll show you each of those individual systems in this video. So first thing you need to do is you need to drain everything. And by everything I mean your freshwater tank, your waste tanks, your water heater, and your low point drains. So I'm going to take a step outside the camper and show you where all that is located. You just need to find where it is on your particular camper. It's going to look the same. The first is your fresh tank. So let's go out here and take a look where to find that. Okay, your fresh tank is generally located close to where you fill it up. So in this particular camper, you fill it up right here, freshwater connection. So if you look underneath that, underneath your camper, should be your fresh tank somewhere. The black ones are both holding tanks. Fresh tank here, it is a clear tank. And this one, I've already drained it out. I just pulled the cap right off there, drained all the water out of the fresh tank. You don't want water in there, for various reasons. So you want to drain that out. Okay, next, your waste tanks. Your waste tanks are your dump tanks. So you want to, of course, go to a dump station, pull these all out. I've already done that on this camper, so there's no waste either in your gray or your black tank over the winter time. You don't want that to be sitting in there all winter and freeze and bust your tank. So next, your water heater. How do you drain your water heater? First, you just need to find your water heater. They're all going to look like this. And you just open up the compartment here. There's going to be a plug in the bottom. I have already got it pulled out on this. Sometimes there'll be a rod, and if it's been in there a while, it'll just be a little thin rod, but that just goes in there. Get your socket set or adjustable wrench and pull that out of there, and water's going to come out of there, and that'll drain your water heater. Next on the list, we need to open all faucets, and remember your toilet and your outside shower. So let's go ahead and open all those up. So this is just a demonstration video. Here's your outside shower. You want to, of course, open all those up and drain the water out of all your faucets. Remember your kitchen sink, and remember your bathroom sink, your shower, and your toilet. So kitchen sink, I've got it open. Bathroom sink, I've got it open. Shower, I got it open. Toilet, just push the pedal and that'll open it up. Some of them will have a hand and a foot pedal, a hand pedal. So next is locate the back of the water heater. So we drain the water heater, and now what we want to do is we want to bypass that water heater. So in other words, you do not want antifreeze to go into that water heater because you've pulled the plug. So you need the water to go around the water heater. So basically what that allows you to do, it allows antifreeze to get into the hot water lines. So there's various systems of bypasses that manufacturers use, and some are 1 valve, some are 2 valve, some are 3 valve. You just need to figure out what yours has. If you look at this one, you notice there is a blue line coming in with a valve right there, a red line coming in with a valve on top, and you notice the white line, that's connecting the blue to the red. So what I want to do right now, this is in the use position, and how I know that, the valves, whatever way those valves are turned, where the handle was pointing, you can see the handle is pointing in towards the back of the water heater. That means water is going to go in the cold line, it's going to go into the water heater, it's going to fill up, and then you notice that valve also is pointing towards the water heater on the red line. That means water's flowing out of the water heater into the red line and out to all the faucets. So I want to turn both of those knobs to facing that white hose, the bypass hose in between. So now water is going to go in the blue line not go into the water heater. It'll go into the white hose, and then the white hose will then connect to the red hose, and it'll go out to all the red lines. So that we just bypassed our water heater. Some will be 3 valves. Sometimes there's a valve in that white line, that line that connects the red and the blue, and you just turn that to open, so you allow water or antifreeze to go in that line. And some will just be 1 valve. You just simply turn the 1 valve. So every time you have, that's how you bypass your water heater. Important to do, because you need antifreeze to get through to all the hot water lines. Locate the water pump. Locate the water pump. And how you do that, just go to your pump switch and turn it on and listen for it. It'll usually make a humming noise, and then you can find the compartment where it is. On this particular camper, I found it before I started the video. It's right down here below the sink. There's a little dummy panel. This one actually. That was right there, and it just took 2 screws to get it off. And I found the water pump. So let me get my light back on here and show you what we're looking at. So here is the water pump. You notice over here on the right side, there's a tube going down into the ground. Where that tube is going to is the freshwater tank. So that side is the inlet. And also how you know is there's a water filter. I don't have enough hands, but this black thing right there, that's your water filter. So water's coming in there, and then water's going out the left side of the pump into the various RV components. Now some campers in this location will have an extra tube for winterization purposes. This camper does not. And also this camper has a clamp on that water hose, so it's going to be difficult to get that inlet hose off in order to get my RV antifreeze kit on there. So if you go to the home store and you own this camper, it'd be wise to go ahead and put that install that RV Winterize hose onto this. But if you don't want to do that, don't want to spend the extra money, I'm going to show you a little trick. But typically what you would do is you would install that RV antifreeze hose there, and I'll show you, I've got one sitting in the trailer here. And then you'll stick that hose into a jug of antifreeze, turn your water pump on, and now instead of pumping fresh water from the fresh tank, it's going to pump antifreeze through that hose that looks something like this into all your systems. So there's your RV antifreeze kit. Again, some trailers come with this. This particular trailer does not. So if it doesn't, you can buy one and install it in the area I was just showing you. Or just take your jugs of antifreeze and come outside to where you put in fresh water to your trailer. So the first thing you want to do is put the cap back on the freshwater tank so it no longer drains, and simply pour this into your freshwater connection. 2 to 3 gallons should be sufficient. So now when you turn your water pump on, your water pump is going to pump antifreeze out of your freshwater tank. And once it starts pumping antifreeze, you'll go to each individual faucet, and as you see red, let it run for a couple seconds and then turn it off. Just make sure you do both the hot and the cold side, and allow a little bit of excess to come out, and what that'll do is fill your traps. You want to make sure that you have a little excess to go into your traps, and just go from faucet to faucet until you see red, and then shut off the hot, see red, shut off the cold. Same with your shower, same with your toilet, same with your outside shower. And there's one more thing that you want to make sure that you see red, the antifreeze come out of, and that's your city water connection. And how you do that, a lot of people forget this, so it's important. How you do that, this is your city water connection down here. So this is when you go to a campsite and they have water, you just hook your garden hose into there. So there's usually some type of screen or rubber washer in there, so you want to take that out. And then you'll see there's a little white thing in there, and it's not a spring. You want to take either a screwdriver, or sometimes you can do it with your finger, and you'll squeeze that. There's a check valve built into there, and maybe stand back a little bit, because if you got that water pump on, it's going to spray pretty hard, and antifreeze will come out of there. So that'll get all the water out of that area and antifreeze into it, so that doesn't bust in the wintertime. And that's how you winterize your camper with RV antifreeze. And then a good thing to do when you're all done is check your roof. This camper, if it's sitting outside all winter, check your roof for any cracks or maybe tears in your rubber or cracks in the sealant. Now's the time to get it sealed, not after all winter and it's leaked all winter long. Just to go over what we covered today, you want to drain everything. You want to open all your faucets. You want to bypass your water heater, and you do that in the back of the water heater. You want to locate your water pump, and if it has a RV Winterize kit already built in, go ahead and use that tube. If it doesn't, you can buy one and install one. And lastly, if you don't want to do that, simply pour the water into your fresh tank. Of course, remember to put the plug back in your fresh tank so you're just not dumping antifreeze on the ground. Remember to winterize your city water connection, which I just showed you, and any excess antifreeze put in your drain traps. If you have any questions, feel free to refer to this video, and you can call us at business hours 937-778-5250.